Well, Mitch, if we could first get your reaction to the news that Kobe Bryant is going to be out for the rest of the season. Surgery was successful and is expected to be ready for training camp.
Well, it's not new news. When he got injured in San Antonio, there was a preliminary diagnosis, and we knew it was a rotator cuff, and we knew he'd probably need surgery, and if he did, he'd be out for the rest of the season. So the surgery was yesterday, and you saw the release, probably as good as it can get. They expect a complete recovery, and so the week started out clearly with not good news, and it's never good news that a player like Kobe is going to miss the rest of the season. But considering they expect a complete recovery, that's the best we can hope for.
What do you expect from Kobe as he's obviously played so many NBA seasons and he'll come back next year? It'll be the third straight season that he's ended a season with an injury. What do you realistically think he can give next season?
Well, I don't see why he can't do what he did this season. And, one of the things that when I was with Kobe a couple of days ago in the doctor's office, I was just kind of listening in, and, they were talking about the rotator cuff and how it could affect, the right side of your body and the way you shoot the ball. And I'm thinking to myself, and, Lombardo and Dr. Lombardo and Kobe, said, well, maybe that's, I wasn't getting the proper release that I felt, on my shot. And so, he could come back with a healthy shoulder and even, be even more effective offensively. With the right team around him, I don't know why he couldn't be a great, defender. He's proven this year that he can distribute the ball if he wants to, and certainly his ability to compete and his leadership. Once again, we have to do our job, which is try to surround him, with players that make it easier for him. That's not something that, for various reasons, we were able to do this year. So that's a challenge for us during the offseason.
You said earlier that you think that there's no regrets. You have no regrets whatsoever about the contract that you signed him to. Why is that?
Because he's worth every penny.
And with that said, when you do expect him to come back, Mitch, you had suffered some injuries of your own, obviously, in your career. Just having another year go by, is that something that takes an effect on an NBA player at this age? And how do you kind of try to account for that to be able to play the game?
He's had a tough 3 years. And, as you do get older, you probably play less during the off season than you did when you were younger, and you just watch your weight and you work on your body, whether that's the weight room or a treadmill. So I don't think it's going to affect his off season playing, because that's something that you just don't do as much as you get older. But he can continue to work on his conditioning during the off season. If he can get to training camp, and participate in training camp, I think that would go a long way in being able to roll with the beginning of the season versus missing a month or two and then kind of trying to jump in. So.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the benefit this time is that he can still do things with his legs in the offseason, whereas with the Achilles or the knee, it probably took a little while longer, depending on what else goes into the shoulder rehab itself.
Yeah, the shoulder is going to keep him away from doing anything, for, I don't know, a couple of months. And there's no reason why he should be running in a week or two anyway. He's got 9 months to get back. So it's really important to keep that shoulder immobile. That's my understanding. But at some point in time, 2 or 3 or 4 months down the road, he can continue, or he could start working on his upper body, which is a big plus. But he's missed significant time. And the good thing is he came back and he played at a high level this year, and he showed he can continue to compete and athletically play with the guys in this league. So I don't expect a big drop-off, next season. I expect him to be able to perform at the same level because he's going to work hard, and it's not a lower extremity, it's a shoulder, so he can continue to work on those things that, our toughest to get back in shape.
All right, and finally, Mitch, with Pau Gasol back in town for the first time, I wanted to ask you one question about him. So you trade for Pau and immediately go to 3 straight NBA Finals. You, of course, won the championships. What do you hope the response to him will be at Staples Center tonight, and what do you expect to see?
Well, there's no reason why he shouldn't get a standing ovation. We're excited about having him back. We wish he was wearing purple and gold, but he's not. He's having a great season, and he's playing with the team that's very, very competitive. They've had great success. He looks to me like he's rejuvenated, and clearly making the All-Star team is proof of that. So he'll be warmly, received tonight, and that would be my expectations.